We are making cottage cheese pumpkin spice cookie dough. So I have 1 cup of cottage cheese, and I'm also gonna add in about 1/4 cup of pumpkin puree. Next, I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup for sweetness. If you wanted to keep this recipe completely low carb, you could use a sugar-free syrup or something like powdered monk fruit. And then I'm just gonna add a little dash of vanilla, about 1 teaspoon. And now we're just gonna blend this until smooth, and then we will add our next ingredients for this pumpkin spice cottage cheese cookie dough. It's gonna be such a delicious, high protein treat. So I'm gonna blend this until smooth. Okay, once this is blended and it's all nice and smooth, I'm gonna set my blender aside and I'll show you what this looks like. I love the natural orange color from the pumpkin puree. So we're just gonna pour this right into a bowl. Look at how smooth and creamy that is. This is gonna be so delicious. If you've seen my regular cottage cheese cookie dough recipe, you are gonna love this. It's perfect for fall. So next I'm gonna add in 1 cup of almond flour. There we go. And then this is about 1/3 heaping cup of vanilla protein powder. So add that right in. And then for our last ingredient, no pumpkin recipe would be complete without some pumpkin pie spice. So we're gonna do about a teaspoon. Now we're just gonna go ahead and stir this all together. So it's amazing right away, but I personally like to let it sit in the fridge for a while because I feel like it thickens up even more and you get that true cookie dough consistency. You seriously will not believe how much this actually looks, tastes, and just the texture is exactly like regular cookie dough. So give it a good stir. It's already starting to look like cookie dough. So like I said, this is already starting to look just like cookie dough, but once it sits in the fridge for a while, it will thicken up and be exactly like cookie dough. But we have 1 more ingredient to add. No cookie dough is complete without some chocolate chips. So I'm just gonna add a handful of dark chocolate chips and stir those in as well. Okay, now we are gonna set this into the fridge for a while to thicken up. It'll probably take an hour or 2. So we'll set it in the fridge, it'll thicken up even more, and then we'll try it out and see how it tastes. All right, our pumpkin spice cottage cheese cookie dough has chilled in the fridge for about an hour. As you can see, it has thickened up. So this is like exact cookie dough texture. It is so crazy to me that this is made with cottage cheese in all healthy, simple ingredients. So what I like to do is store this in a couple separate containers so that I have a healthy, high protein snack ready to go whenever I want a dessert or just something sweet. So that's typically what I like to do. You could also just leave it in the fridge and kind of just take bites of it or take a little bowl of it whenever you feel like it. But let's do a taste test. It smells amazing. You can smell that little bit of pumpkin and pumpkin spice. So let's try it out. That is so good. The cookie dough consistency is absolutely perfect. I mean, look at that. And the flavor is delicious. It's perfectly sweet, but not too sweet. And it almost has a little bit of like a pumpkin spice cookie dough cheesecake flavor. So this is amazing. You definitely need to try this fall. Let me know in the comments if you'll try this pumpkin spice cottage cheese cookie dough. So what I like to do is take 4 or however many servings you want to make, little dishes. And then I'm just taking my cookie scoop and I'm going to put a few scoops into each container. So I love this because it's like kind of like a healthy, high protein dessert prep. because usually when I want something sweet, I want it right away. So if I have something that's healthy already ready to go, then I'm much more likely to reach for this instead of something that will give me a blood sugar spike or just not make me feel as great. So then I have my lids to these containers, and I'll just keep them stored in the fridge, or you could even freeze them for later if you wanted. And I have healthy, high protein snacks ready to go.